Hi, we're going to attempt to sex tarantulas. This is going to be sexing a tarantula part 3. I have two smaller specimens that I am going to attempt to sex. So let's get started. Okay, let's take you over. I have the two specimens right there. They are Poecilotheria metallicas, both of them. I'm going to attempt to sex them, see what I got. The leg span is roughly about 2.5, maybe 3-inch leg span. Anything smaller than that, I would advise you use a microscope because obviously the spermaticy area that you're looking at from the molt is going to be a little bit too small to see with the naked eye. Another tool that I would use when they're small is a camera, a high megapixel camera. You take clear shots and the camera will be able to take the pictures and you can put it on your computer and you can enlarge it, and that kind of helps too. Experience, of course, as you gain more experience, you'll know what to look for, and it'll get easier and easier and easier. I've been doing it for a lot of years, so I pretty much know what to look for in different species. But of course, practice makes perfect. That's what they say. So here are the two molts. I'm going to soak them, and we're going to see what they are. And I hope that I can give you a clear shot of what I'm doing, and hoping that I'm successful with these two molts. Okay, we're back, and I have been letting them soak for a little bit. But before I start, let me show you some of the tools that I will be using, or I do use, for the sexing thing. I always have a flashlight. I get an extra bright one. It's not an LED, but it's a different kind of flashlight that is really, really bright. 2 skewers or more. Microscope. Now, I have a little puny, simple microscope. It comes with a light, but I do not use that light. It has a focal range of 100x to 60x, so it's pretty useful. I got it at Radio Shack. I think about $10. My trusty light, fluorescent light, and last but not least, just a standard camera. Any camera will do. This one is a low megapixel camera. Of course, the higher the better, so you don't have to use the same one I'm using. You could just use whatever. And that's it. I'm going to start with this one here first. Now, when the molts are this small, they are extremely delicate, and the success rate in sexing a molt this small is not as good as sexing molts that are much larger. So you know, it's no guarantee that you'll get a sex when they're this small, but of course you gotta try, right? So I'm gonna just split this open. When you do the soapy water treatment on these small little molts, you can't really see the spider that clearly because everything's all attached together, and it makes it harder to separate. So let's see if I can get it separated here. There's a little bit of work. So here's a leg right here. Sometimes when I'm sexing these small little molts, it can take up to an hour to do just one molt because of how delicate it actually is. Okay, I see how it is. And the carapace, and of course the carapace is always attached to the abdomen area there. You can see that I have some legs broken off, but this is basically the molt there. Focus in a little bit. And there. Okay, now I gotta work with it. Now you see it's so thin. Let me turn the plate around. Okay. Put in some light there. I need some more light. And that's why I have these tools. Let's see if I can get this open now. Now bear in mind, this could break on me. And if it does, I'm pretty much not going to be successful. What I do is when I open these up, I tend to look for the little white book lungs to guide me on where I want to open them. Book lungs will give me a general idea of the shape of the mold. Let's cut this off because I see the 4 book lungs. There. I'm getting this open. Now, looks like I'm becoming pretty successful at opening the mold. But we're not done yet. That's just half of the success. Now, let's try to give you a zoom. There. Obviously, I can't see nothing. It's too small, so I'm going to attempt to put it on the light. And now this is the hard part. With smaller molds, it becomes very difficult to lift it up and put it on there without letting the abdomen area shrivel up again. See, there it is. It just shriveled up on me. And when that happens, you have to once again work to extend it. So you have to work very slowly. See if I can see something. Let's get you a little bit closer. And let's get you closer than that. Is it very, very difficult to see? Now it looks like it's really small, and I'm going to have to use a microscope. So I will use a microscope, attempt to take some pictures. That way you can see the sex if I am successful. So that's mold number 1. Okay, here in front of my computer, I took a couple shots. Let's go straight to the folder. I took 4 shots, and I'm gonna go to the one that you see here's all 4. And the low light shot, which is this one here, was the best one. So let's click on it, and I'm going to enlarge it to maximum. This is a 12.1 megapixel camera, so here's 12.1, and you can see clearly there's an oops, spermaticae female. Now manually enlarging it, it becomes even more clearer. It's pixelated, but you can see 1 node, 2nd node. This Poecilotheria metallica is a female. I also looked under the microscope and I confirmed it to myself that it's female. Well, there you have it. I did the sexing of a smaller specimen, and the first one I attempted turned out to be female, so yes. And I did attempt to sex the other mold, and it didn't go too well. The mold broke, and I couldn't see anything. So it's just one of the things that happen. If it happens to you, don't get discouraged. Just try again on the next mold. So I hope that this video has been very helpful in showing you how to sex smaller molds. It is very difficult. It's a lot of work, and but if you just keep on trying, you eventually get it. And hoping that every mold that you check turns out to be a female, except for those that you want to mate and you need a male. Good luck. Thank you for watching.